Hey guys, so this video is about Continental Automotive. So the company came with a package of 6 lakhs plus benefits. So what were the rounds? The first was, it generally has that aptitude round, which had coding, I guess one or two questions were there, but they were simple, you can solve it. Aptitude was there, and it also had, if I'm not wrong, it also had this MCQ types based on computer science. So this was the round. So this round was, I don't remember how easy it was, but I guess it was easy. You can easily crack it off. So apti is good. The second was interview. So what they mainly do is they deal with electronics, embedded systems, I believe, embedded systems and automotive things, and they also deal with tires. So if you're a mechanical engineer or ENC guys, that's awesome. Okay, now coming to the interview part, I guess after a week I got a call. So two people took the interview together. They were there. So one was a female, one was a male. It doesn't matter anyway. They were both from ENC background. I figured that out because when I said CS, they were like, "Oh, okay." And then they asked me few questions about my projects, mostly about my projects, not few, mostly about my projects. And then, and then they asked me, "Do you know what is flip flop?" I'm like, flip flop. I did it in my AED lab or ADC lab, but then I don't remember. I know there's just a JK flip flop, but I don't know what it is. So I said, "No, I don't know." And then they asked me physics questions. They were like, "You're getting into an automotive company, you should know physics things." I'm like, "Okay, ask me." So they said, "How do you calculate speed?" I was like, "Speed, that's simple, distance by time." "How do you calculate acceleration?" I was like, acceleration. I know F is equal to M into A, but I didn't know what. I said that. He's like, no, I wanted with relation to speed or distance. I was like, I don't know. And then later I realized acceleration equal to U minus V cross T. But I answered him it's time and into distance. He was like, okay, that's fine. And then he asked me flip-flop. He asked me about inductor, I guess. Yeah, I said I don't remember inductor. So most of the questions were on my project. How many people did it? What I did it? Why is that project different from this? And suppose if you join, here's the important part. If you join our company, where would you like to work? They do ADAS. That's and then P something, I'm not sure exactly. So one part deals with pre-accident, like before accident things, what all things should be there for protection, and in case an accident occurs, post-accident, what all things should be there. So they said that these two people were working on ADAS. I was like, okay, fine. And then they asked, which one would you like? I was like, I'm not sure. I am from CS background, so I'm not sure about electronic things, but whatever is it, if I'm given the time to learn, I'll learn and I'll work with it. And then the lady asked, but then you should have your preference. I was like, yes, but as a fresher, I don't know how those things work. Maybe once I join, I'll be able to tell which one I would prefer. She was like, okay. And then she said, since you're from CS background, we don't have much questions. They asked, what is your favorite subject? I said, DBMS. I don't know why, but I always find it safe to say DBMS. So they said, okay, so you'll have another round of interview. I was like, another? I literally had that reaction in my mind. So I called one of my friend. Yeah, it's a phone call. I called one of my friend. He said this round was done, and then he got another round. But he said it was more of a managerial round because they asked him about Continental. So it's important, you need to know about the company. You need to know. And he couldn't answer much. They asked how many employees were there. He said he doesn't know, maybe 20,000, but the actual thing is they have 20 lakh employees. Their headquarters is located at Hanover, which is in Germany, and it was established in 1876 or 86 or 96, something of that sort. He didn't know that, so the interviewer said, okay, thank you, bye bye. So I was like, okay, maybe. So I learned all these things and kept. And then 3 to 4 days passed. I got another interview scheduled. I was informed. So that interview was from a CS guy. So his name was, I can't mention his name. So he had a name. I went to LinkedIn and then I checked about him. But I actually couldn't find that guy. I found 2-3 guys with same name. So I just went through their profiles. And then at the day of interview, he came up. He said, with a basic question, introduce yourself. I did it well. Guys, always prepare the introduction part well. That's what is going to define how the next half an hour is going to go. So do your introduction properly. So introduction went well. So introduction went well, and then he asked, what's your favorite subject? I said, once again, I was like, I'm good with DBMS and programming. I know Python and C. So I was like, okay, fine. And then he said, I'll give you a problem statement. Can you solve it? I was like, okay, sir, go ahead. So he said, convert decimal to binary. I'm like, that's easy. We can use bin function, I guess. Yeah, we can use bin function in Python. He was like, no using library functions. You need to use some logic and do it. I was like, logic, okay. And then I was thinking of some logic. I don't know, it's actually a simple thing. You just have to, suppose the number is 8, you need to mod 2, you'll get 0, and then you need to divide by 2, you'll get 4, and then 4, it goes under loop. So I guess you get another 0, and then it becomes 2, and then you get another 0, and then you get a 1. Last it will be 2 by 2 is equal to 1, so that 1 goes here, it gets 1. So you need to reverse it again. So this is how you convert it into binary. At that time I didn't know, I got confused. So as soon as he put up the question, he was also randomly asking me about my experiences in project, whether it was a group of 3 or 4 or 2, what was your contribution. Guys, prepare this. I am telling you, 7 to 8 companies, almost all companies ask, what is your contribution towards your project? So do that. So he was giving me a coding question, and he was continuously asking me questions on my projects, how I deal with them, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses. I was like, sir, मैं लिखूं या आपको बताऊं? I was like in that position, but then I didn't know what to write, so I was answering him. I was giving him big elaborate answers, and then at that time what happened was, he's like, Abhishek, did you check my LinkedIn? I was like, yes sir, but I found 2-3 guys, I didn't know which one were you. I was like, okay, what did you see? Like, sir, if I'm not wrong, you have 10 plus years of experience. He was like, okay, and I said, and then he corrected me, it's 16 plus. I was like, oh, big guy. And then he asked me, do you know what I was doing earlier? I said, I'm not sure, but you were working in another company, Volvo maybe, but that too was related to automotive, I said. He asked, this is not concerned to interview, but do you know what technologies I was working on? I said, I'm really sorry sir, I found 2-3 names, so I don't know which one was you. He's like, it's okay. And then I guess he seemed to be pretty impressed with that. So what happened was, I was not able to answer my coding question. I said, sir, I know we need to do mod, but I'm not actually getting it. He's like, it's okay, write some random program, whatever you know, right? Like, so I asked, like, what do I write? Write sorting, Fibonacci. I was like, sorting I know. So I did some sorting program. He was like, okay, good, nice. And then he said, then he asked me, do you have any questions? I said, yes, I have one big question. I said, this is an automotive company, so what role do I have as a computer science engineer? He was like, okay, we deal with front end, we do embedded systems, which is a bit of EC type and CS type. He said, we do that, we do embedded systems, and then we do app development, DevOps, and they do even cloud. So he said some 2-3 things, Vue.js, Node.js. I was like, okay sir. So he told me all these things are done from software side. EC side I'm not sure, guys, but EC side I would really recommend, because it's a product based company, so I would go for it. 6 lakh package with benefits. So overall, plus 3 years bond. This company has 3 years bond, so it's your wish. If you're okay with it, choose. If not, no. 6 lakhs, 3 years bond. Want or don't want, your choice. I don't say anything. It's located near Electronic City, Bangalore. So if you would ask me, I would say a yes to this company. Thank you.